impact their ability to do so. If the department's commission backs a state legislative change, Elms said the state Game and Fish Department might support it. But at the end of the day, it is federal law that creates for non-immigrant visa holders purchasing guns. Federal legislation, he added. In their statement, HSI agrees that the federal exemptions for non-immigrant visitors need to be updated. HSI and law enforcement partners have discussed that aliens here for specific hunting and/or professional sporting competition should.
Hi friends, my name is Kumar. My channel name is Kumar Exclusive, and welcome back to Kumar. And this topic is about controversial and concerning also. And just give me a minute. Today I met someone at a temple, and he was watching my videos, but he didn't know my name. That's why I thought of tell my name every time I start a topic or a video. Again, I repeat, my name is Kumar. Channel name is Kumar Exclusive. 80% of them are watching without subscribe. So please subscribe my channel. One, like and comment. Something relevant to this topic, and if needed I may need to do a part 2 video. So this topic is very sad and controversial and concerning also. That's one. And this is a 23-year-old Telangana student dies after gun misfire on birthday in US. So first of all, let me express my deepest sorrow, condolences to his parents in Hyderabad in India. It is very sad, uncle, and I have to understand your pain, and your statement also there in the India Today news magazine. And part 1 about the story I will read. Part 2 I will give my tips to the international students, and part 3 my experiences, and part 4 like whatever I've gone through to do research about this topic, right? Maybe I might have gathered around 7 pages of information, and also went through couple of sites and also attorney sites to understand the laws, right? So coming to the story, the 23-year-old Telangana student dies after a gun misfires on birthday in US. 23, again it is repeating. Okay, lost his life in a gun misfire incident on his birthday. His body is expected to arrive in Telangana tonight. So that is the headline of it. Let me just a minute. I'm just playing an audio, but okay.
23-year-old Telangana student dies after gun misfires on birthday in US. A 23-year-old student from Telangana lost his life in a gun misfire incident on his birthday. His body is expected to arrive in Telangana tonight. In short, 23-year-old Aryan Reddy died in a gun misfire in Atlanta, Georgia. The mishap occurred while he was handling his new hunting gun. His Hyderabad-based family urged caution regarding gun licenses. A 23-year-old student from Telangana died in the United States after he accidentally misfired from his gun on his birthday. The incident happened on November 13th. Aryan Reddy, a native of Telangana's Pub.L, was pursuing master's degree at
Today is 23rd November.
The 23-year-old's body is expected to arrive in Telangana tonight. Reports revealed that Aryan had obtained a hunting gun license in the US. Reddy died of bullet injuries after the gun accidentally misfired when he was using the firearm on his birthday.
Oh my God.
Speaking to the media, Aryan's father, Sudarshan Reddy, expressed profound grief and urged other parents to exercise caution about their children obtaining gun license while studying abroad. We were unaware that students could acquire hunting gun licenses there. No parent should ever face such a tragedy.
It is tragic.
Telangana's higher studies destination. Meanwhile, data shared by U.S. consular officials in Hyderabad revealed India displaced China to become the top country sending students to U.S. universities in 2023-24. Andhra Pradesh and Telangana played a pivotal role, with nearly 56% of Indian students heading to the US from these two states, 34% from Telangana and 22%
from Andhra Pradesh.
Hyderabad's US consular chief, Rebecca Drame, highlighted consulate conducted over 47,000 student
Student visa
interviews
interviews.
in the 2024 summer season, up from 35,000 in 2023. Public Affairs Officer Alexander McLaren emphasized the demand for visas,
Yeah.
stating that India sent nearly 3.3 lakh students to the US last year, with most pursuing master's degrees.
Yeah. So that's what the story. And coming to my earlier, I don't see. I almost placed 4,000 videos, so I could not recollect some of the video topics that I made because the vast number of videos, right? So 4,000 video titles. Recently, maybe this month or previous month, I've placed a video, and there also the title of the news article is misfire, gun misfire in the car, what do you call, car shed, right? What do you call, I forgot the name of American slang. Okay, there the doctor is from the Andhra Pradesh state, and the family denied suicide. But the doctor, when I have an American follower attorney on my Twitter X, so he said he has some cases pending, and medical authority here, they are going to investigate him. But by the time this misfire happened, so here is my take. Don't get offended. That's why I said in the beginning, it is really a controversial and a concerning topic. That's the reason I speak truth, right? So I've highlighted some point, right? We are tackling the topic that both controversial and concerning. So don't get offended if my truth investigation shocking you, and how F1 students, like recent cases of students from Telangana, are gaining access to firearms in the United States. Is it legal, first of all? What are the laws, what laws that are navigating or possibly violating? Let's dive in. And the F1 students needs to understand the legal framework and the US federal laws and the individual or non-immigrant visas such as F1 student visa, we call it, generally prohibited from possessing the firearms. But there is a catch, there is a glitch, right? There are exceptions like obtaining the hunting license. This loophole meant for outdoor enthusiasts may unintentionally open doors for misuse. So coming to my research or my take on this, I forgot the name of the doctor. That video also, if I recollect, I will put it in the comment section later. There is nothing called misfire according to me. Let me show you a water gun. This is not a real gun. See, imagine this is a gun, okay? So I am cleaning it like this. Do you think I will keep bullets inside and clean? How ridiculous it is, right? It's nothing called forget, right? And bullet won't come in the reverse direction. So there is nothing called a misfire. What is misfire? You will take a gun for hunting, and hunting spot you will load the bullets, right? Not at your home. So point one is clear. So in Montana 2010, my American landlord son also has a gun, like he has something, a black color one of this size. And when he is cleaning the gun, I was asking, what if it fires? Then he said, what is that, Kumar, the question? The bullets, see, you put in a separate wooden box and he's cleaning it. He's cleaning the whole device, right? Inch, just like how we use the buds to clean our ear, something like that, he is doing it. Point one. Then I had a serious argument with my landlord's son. He is also living as a roommate there in Montana, about their rent or some issues. Like when I was cooking rice, I used to unplug the rice cooker. So I came relocated from Clayton of North Carolina to Helena of Montana. Okay, Montana is the other end, right? Then we had a heated argument exchanged. Then he went down. I thought he will bring gun and shoot me that day, because he was unplugging whenever I cook rice. I told him, I said I'm an Indian guy, I cook rice and a little dal or whatever, curd I eat. So, but he has that allergy if that, what do you call, when heat cooker, the steam goes up, right, and stick onto the roof. But other American roommate also cook rice. Then I said, what is this objection when you are not objecting to the other guy? Why are you doing it only to me? That's anyway, that's a scary part of other guys having gun, because we are after all human beings, right? We react emotionally, or sometimes you are depressed, you will take a gun and shoot yourself. So there is, as per my knowledge, or as per my understanding, as per my experience in 2010, misfire is not possible, because when you clean a gun, you will take the bullets out. So there is nothing called misfire. It is mostly I consider it as a suicide in Indian term, but in American term suicide is called at something different word. So even the doctor name I still could not recollect. Car garage, like earlier I said car shed, car garage, he killed himself. But again the media writes as misfire. There is, like I said, when I want to clean a gun, I will remove the bullets first. How can I put bullets inside and clean, right? So there is nothing called misfire. It's a suicide. Point two. Coming to this boy's case, he is living in Aryan Reddy, right? Atlanta is the hometown, is what media wrote. See, whatever I took it is from the India Today. Another NDT also published, but mostly I went through India Today article. So he lived, they wrote hometown Atlanta, but he is a student of Kansas University. So Kansas is somewhere and Atlanta is somewhere. So why, when I was doing this research, and today is marriage anniversary, I went for lunch with family and one of my friends. Then I got a text from someone saying that, asking this video, this I am supposed to do yesterday. Then I said, okay, I will do it. I mean, though our family work to do, but I kept aside and doing this because that gentleman texted me, and also from yesterday itself it is there. But I kept aside because family priorities, right? So Atlanta, when I was doing research, I understand this boy might took a residence in Atlanta because maybe Atlanta state laws might allow him to buy a gun, whereas international students are not supposed to buy a gun. But there is a glitch, a catch, right? Hunting gun they can buy. That's how Chinese also buy guns here, right? That is how he bought a gun. Maybe that is the reason, though he is a student of Kansas University, is living in Atlanta. So to get a driving, to buy a gun, all you need is a driving license. So he might have got SSN while doing a on-campus job. So if he's on-campus job, he has to live in near University, Kansas, but he is living in Atlanta. So that's something fishy. His roommates only can answer, right? We don't know, or the police who searched his roommate know the documentation, right? So the rule is 6 months stay in one state, then you are eligible to apply for a gun license there, because you have a driving license from that state. So I'm not sure if he's a student of Kansas University, why does he need a driving license from Atlanta? So that is somebody police only can tell. So he might have a driving license because on campus job, I said, right, Atlanta home. This is something fishy. Some stores do not sell guns to international students, period. But there is a catch or glitch, that is gun, hunting gun. So the next points I wrote, this is my take, okay. Why people buy guns here? Self protection mainly, and Americans, they say my American law says, or Bible says something like that. But that is Americans. But let us say self protection. Second, suicide. Third, road rage incidents. Even the Chinese student one also, an FBI raided and catch that particular. I will place a news article also. Road rage incidents also people use guns. 4, kill animals, and 5th, kill human beings. Some, especially Indians, is become a passion. Okay, so now go further. So I will place these links also. When I Google it, I got questions like I want to ask someone question: can F1 international students who owns a non-resident hunting license can be able to buy, and those things. And the next also Americans ask this: how come he bought a gun? So my next point is my tips immediately. Checklist overlay with the following points. First, avoid buying a gun or driving or hunting gun. Okay, and or possession of firearms unless necessary and within legal bonds. Right, legal bonds. Sorry. Familiarize yourself with both federal and state specific laws. There are 50 states in U.S.A. and familiarize those state laws wherever you reside or wherever you work. You don't need to buy out all the 50 states laws. For example, I worked in Montana in 2010. So during that time, if I know Montana laws and federal laws, fine. I will give you an example. Like I went to gun store along with my landlord's, American landlord's son, and then I've asked the store guy, what is that needed to buy a gun? Then he said driving license. Then when my project ends, I drove from Montana to Massachusetts, which is around 3,000 miles stretch, and 36 hours migration project I got in Massachusetts. Then I have to go to the New Jersey. So if I buy a gun, the state laws in Montana says I can put this at the next to driver seat, but I cross South Dakota, North Dakota, Chicago, Illinois, and then Michigan, and then Pennsylvania, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, and then Massachusetts. So many states I crossed, right? So then I started reading. I didn't buy a gun at that time. So I started reading the rules. So when I crossed Montana, the very next state, or at least New York gun laws are very strict. So I have to take this gun and put it in the trunk. But I forgot. Then what happens? If the cop stops your speeding ticket or something else, then because you have a gun in the front instead of in the trunk, so that also a violation. And what if it is a loaded gun? It's really scary. And when I was driving in Webster, between Webster, New York, and Edison, New Jersey, I don't know how many people can understand these city names. It's around 350 miles, heavy snow, and we are passing through some kind of a villages, completely snow up to the knee area, like 3 feet. But still, I'm driving my Ford Escape SUV, and I don't know what to do next. I stopped in the middle of the road because I don't know whether it is a road or fields, that much snowfall. So then there is an MS student, F1 OPT worker next to me, and he said he came to the New Jersey to see his ex-employer while he worked in the gas station, Punjabi gas station, whatever. So he wanted to come and visit him. So he accompanied with me because my family is living in Edison, New Jersey. I was commuting to upstate New York. He got scared and he said, sorry, you need a gun. Why are you going all across US, all alone like this, day and night? It's very risky. Sorry, you need a gun. That's what he said. Then I will just immediately allow. But we don't know what happens, right? That is really scary. I don't know how many people can understand this description while passing through the heavy snowfall between the Edison, New Jersey, and upstate New York. Where upstate New York, most of the time it is heavy snow, like I'm referring to the near Buffalo. That is one. Okay, these are some of my past experience. And avoid buying guns or possession of it. Second, familiarize state laws and federal laws. Third, focus on educational goals and stay away from unnecessary legal entanglements. Why do you come to America? Something is really bad in your home country, right? Either India or anything. or you want to go for higher studies which is not available in India or your home country, that is study abroad, sweet word. But what are you doing? Working for cash jobs, shoplifting, and putting GPS on white girls' cars, and what else? Theft, robbery. What else? Buying the guns, committing suicide. But what is your achievement? Open your statement of purpose. What did you write while going to the U.S. consulate in India or wherever, home country? You want to become a Tata, Ambani, Birla. To that, I want to study MBA or MS in US. I want to come back and start my company. Or I want to become a Google Pichaya or Microsoft CEO, Nadendla. Right? But what are you doing? You self-analyze. So don't scold me like my haters. That means something is missing, something is hijacked, something you lost, right? That's why I said one follower who was on F1 visa. He moved away from Indian roommates and lived in a single room after watching my videos, and he got an O1 visa because he got a talent. So that way my video is helpful for him. In this case also, the guys who are not reporting about holding a firearm illegally, for example, then FBI may catch the people in the room also, right? And what if it is really misfire on other guy, right? His roommate also may die. So the next, report any suspicious activities or unethical advice from peers or consultants, right? So that's what you need to do. Gun ownership laws in the US, you need to understand before. Even the parents in India also need to watch this video, share it, and in case if you cannot read all this, and you also Google it and understand and tell your kids, not just pushing a body to America and ask them to send dollars. That's not the way it works, right? So you need to, ignorance of laws and immigration laws is not an excuse. So federal laws requires a background check and proof of residency and driving license. These three are common. But in this case, he might have really worked on campus job, got an assistant, got a driving license. But he lived in a hometown, Atlanta. I don't know when he's studying in Kansas. Like for example, you are studying in Hyderabad, a student of Hyderabad University, but you are living in Mumbai. Does it make any sense? The link, something like that. So then some they do background checks, right? Federal laws, background check, utility bill or lease agreement is enough, right? Address proof or driving license. So no explicit prohibition for F1 holders. So if there is no prohibition to for F1 visa holders not to buy any guns, but there is a hunting gun they can buy. Is again it depends on state to state. State level variations will be there, right? So F1 students might claim U.S.C as a hometown. Okay, that's where this particular clash is there. Then the impact of gun access to F1 students. What happens is you have a potential risk and misunderstanding of gun ownership rules and the state and federal laws. Like I said, cleaning of gun, misfire. So these things. And for example, you are an international student. So you never know how long you stay here. F1 visa is really hell, right? Hell, lots of problems. Parents, bank loan pressure, as H1B will pick up or not. And before that F1 OPT, 90 days you have to do a project. So you have hell lots of immigration hiccups ahead. On top of it, you have a gun in your, it is like a loaded gun, man. It's like a big crime. I don't say crime, but it's really big headache. For example, you want to do a part-time job on campus. Many are doing off campus. What happens if you didn't protect the gun properly? Somebody, your roommate has taken it. You might use the gun shooting. Then the BA find out whose gun it is. Then if they find it is yours, then for not providing security and not giving access to, it is easily accessible to your roommate, then you will be also put behind bars because you are responsible, right? So these things are really scary, man. I mean, see, the scary in the sense you don't need. You are buying a new problem in a new country where you don't require to, where you are supposed to reach your goals or dreams, right? So that is where, and policy, you need to understand what are the policies, like that is one. And next, you should every international student need to watch this video and aware of this. Next, this Telangana incident, one, legal technicalities and potential reforms. So government also may need to think whether to allow F1 students to buy or not, right? So that's what they need to do. And the question of hunting license or permit, that is where there is a glitch. And waiver of and special waivers and special circumstances, that is where and these guys are buying. Law Office of John, one more. U.S.C. collegex.com, one's website I went, and then gun access and misuse. This is really the Telangana 23-year-old student. It is misuse, man, because you don't need a gun, right? Gun access and misuse. And recent this one, Georgia raises question how a F1 student access firearms, state specific laws. Then you have to see, for example, Virginia prohibits non-immigrants from accessing or processing certain types of firearms such as an assault weapons. The situation in Georgia would depend on its specific laws. That is where he moved to Atlanta. My suspicion is why some students list different home address. It is common for international students to list larger cities like Atlanta as their residence for ease of identification and correspondence, even if they study elsewhere such as Kansas University. So this can create discrepancies between their academic records and personal documentation. The moment I read this article, this question came into my mind. They wrote as hometown Atlanta, but he is studying somewhere else. Like I said, Hyderabad and Mumbai. That much variation is there. And the next one, earlier I said, right, we are tackling this topic is controversial and concerning. How F1 students access this one. Then students have to understand the legal framework. US federal, like, see, if your roommate has a gun, it is like a loaded gun in your pocket. So you have to be very careful and immediately move out of that fucking room. Okay, because you are not supposed to have a gun, man. Then this brings a tragic case of Telangana students suggested, okay, we completed state specific laws, Georgia whether incident occurred. So lenient gun laws, unlike states like New York, it's very strict. But here it's little lenient, right? Maybe Atlanta, that's why he moved there. So beyond legality, there is an issue of awareness. Many F1 students are unfamiliar with the nuisance of US gun laws, leading to unintentional violations, or in this case, tragic outcomes. It also raises equal questions. Should international students whose primary goal is education even consider purchasing the firearms? So, and unfortunately that day is his birthday. So when it is his birthday, definitely he might have drinks and cake. Okay, then he touched the gun. After you have a alcohol, don't touch the gun, right? Because you don't know what to do, right? You made trigger. So these are, and on top of it, you are an F1 visa, you are in an international country, and you are living with 15 to 20 members in one house. Can you imagine if the gun really misfire in a different direction, how many people will kill there, right? So these are the things. That's what we discussed, and thanks for watching my video. And almost 30 minutes I explained about this case in detail. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. 80% of them watching without this one, and I really feel sad and express my deepest condolences from bottom of my heart to the parents of this gentleman. Let us see the name. And also a few of the Americans also wrote comments. His name is Aryan Reddy, I think. 23-year-old Aryan Reddy. So the parents also shocked, and the news article gave lots of information. 3.3 lakh students came to US this year, 2023, and Telangana 56% from heading these two states, like 34 from the Telangana, 22 from Andhra Pradesh. F1 students are coming, but like I said, their aim is to become go back and start a company and become an Ambani, Adani, or Adani currently has a warrant case, but that's different. They want to become a Tata, for example. But second goal is Google CEO or Microsoft CEO. But what they are doing is shoplifting, working in Indian groceries, Indian shops everywhere for cash, $1, $5, $10 an hour, placing GPS under the cars of white girls, shoplifting, fake resumes, fake green cards, poaching American jobs, entering the jobs with the fake documents, and then what is buying guns. This is not the your core purpose of coming over here, right? So you have a bright future, great career waiting ahead, because you are 23, right? Very young age, and unfortunately on the birthday you become you died, right? So that's very sad part. But like I said, I will repeat the first part of it. Like I said, the doctor name I didn't recollect, but I don't buy that statement called misfire. I don't accept as misfire. It's purely suicide. Like I said, the gun, right? It's a water gun example, like you might have done gun to chest. So when there is a bullet, then in your room, how can you clean a gun? How did you open it when there is a bullet inside? When it is a hunting gun, you have to, when you go to forest or somewhere, then you have to use it, right? You have to load bullets and use it. But that is very really sad incident. We don't know. That's why I consider misfire as always suicide. Americans also think the same way. And then he claimed, the article says he's from Atlanta, hometown, but studying in Kansas, two different states, little far distance. How can he bought a gun? That is one, because of the state laws are maybe lenient there, and some stores do not sell for F1 students, but he got it. And that Atlanta, Kansas one is something fishy. Either police needs to see the documents or the roommates can tell. And those who buy guns, self-protection, suicide, road rage, kill animals, kill human beings, and passion. Like let me end this video by quoting one example. One of my friend from Telangana, India, visited U.S.A. He called me, and he said his friend is working here as an investigative officer or person, not on the government side, private investigative or investigator. And he has guns in every room, corner, while climbing the steps inside the house. Every house corner. He was shocked, and he said at least he saw 12 guns in his house, man. Why does he need those many guns? He's an investigator, so he needs it, but why so many guns? That's what he was asking me, so I have no answer, right? And be away from firearms, because we are after all human beings, right? We have to love others rather than hate others, and when the hate is there, we don't know when when we touch the gun what happens. And also when you are in depression, or when you drunk, or when you want on a birthday party or any events, you want to show off your gun to everyone out there, and you don't know bullets are there or not, and somebody may say, okay, bring bullets and show me, then you might load, then you might have triggered it, right? So that is where these kind of incidents happen, knowingly or unknowingly, or intentionally or unintentionally. So if you are on I don't recommend you to buy a gun, but if you are on non-immigrant visa, there are a hell lots of issues of immigration, right? On top of it, you are buying gun, means it's really pathetic, and I'm speechless. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. another topic.